Okay, so today's video is going to be a review and talk you through some of my favourite articles from BBC History magazine. This is my most recent edition, which is June 2016. I'm just going to show you quickly inside what it's all about. So, of course, you have your obligatory contents pages. You then have an anniversaries pages, which talks you through what was going on during the month of June hundreds of years ago. So, for instance, Queen Victoria became Queen in June 1837, I think. Trying to guess. Then you have a History Now section, which talks about topics that we're interested in today in modern Britain, but give them a historical twist. So, for instance, in this one they talk about, was life better for disabled people in the past? I'm not quite sure about the wording of that question. Shouldn't it be people with disabilities? Doesn't the people come first than the disability? But yes, it's talking about modern day problems, because at the UK at the moment they're talking about cutting disability allowance, which I think is just stupid. But yes, so things like that are also really interesting. So it's not just history, it's relating it to modern day problems. The main bulk of the magazine is, of course, just lots of different articles which are to do with recent books that's just being brought out, or TV shows or exhibitions. Then you have pages and pages of book reviews, TV reviews and radio show reviews and things like that. And a little out and about section. So if you're interested in going travelling either in the UK or worldwide, they have a little section in there about where to go and visit in the UK and worldwide, and it's quite interesting actually. And then finishing off with my history hero, they get a modern day celebrity and ask them, whoopsie daisy, who is their history hero. So this one we had Jeremy Vine, who has his history hero. So there we go, and the adverts in it, just in case you're wondering, they're all related to history, so that some of them are actually really quite interesting to read. So now I thought I'd show you some of my favourite articles that are featured in the magazines in the past years. Starting with the oldest magazine in my collection, this is from November 2003, which is quite a long time ago. They had an article about Charles II and his life growing up. This was in relation to a BBC television show that was going on at the time, but I don't think I watched it actually. I think I was probably too young. Then, of course, the section that you know I'm going to love, which is Women at War. Talking all about women during the Second World War. And in really old issues of magazines, they used to have the comic strips, which are fab, but they don't do them anymore. But please, bring them back, BBC History magazine, because they were awesome. In March 2015, there was a few really good articles that I fell in love with. First of which was Dressed for War, which was part of the exhibition at the Imperial War Museum, which was Fashion on the Ration. I will leave a link to that video that I did about Fashion on the Ration in the top line of the description box. And I went to Fashion on the Ration after seeing this article. So thanks BBC History magazine. I wouldn't have gone if it wasn't for you. There was also an article in here about the 7th wife of Henry VIII, which was very interesting and was to do with the new book that was coming out. And then an article which I thought was utterly hilarious. It's called Sex in High Places, which was about sex in Georgian England, which I thought was utterly hilarious. And then for Christmas 2011, they did this article which was No Christmas Under Cromwell. Here it is. This was really interesting, and they do and it's nice to see that they do, you know, seasonal pieces. And they do occasionally do the odd special type of issue. This one was a special on the Tudors, and they were talking about which monarch mattered the most. And I love this. This was from August 2011, so this is quite an old one as well. So there we have my little review showing you around the magazine and also some of my favourites. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you're new to my channel and you like more videos on books, vintage and history. So take care everybody, and I shall see you soon for the next video. Bye!